we all love teachers who make things easy for us. But did you know that their students actually learn less?
Huh?
Did you know that there is research showing that if the class isn't hard, the students actually learn less?
You just ruined the premise for ratemyprofessor.com entirely.
Absolutely. There is actually research showing that teachers who get the highest ratings are not necessarily the teachers whose students learn the most.
Okay.
There is another related research showing that when you ask students how much did you learn in class, the classes where they say I learned the most are actually not the classes where they learned the most.
Okay.
Classes where they struggled, they worked harder, they claimed they didn't like the class, they claimed they didn't learn much in the class, and in reality, if you look at the scores, the performances, and what they learned, you will see that those are the classes where they learned more, and not the classes which were easy and they thought they learned a lot. Okay?
I struggled in all of my classes in physics. I don't think I've learned much, but I am probably one of the exceptions or whatever. But are you saying things should be hard, life should be hard?
I am saying that unless there is an effort, you are not going to get much out of an activity. Okay? Things in life, there should be effort. Okay? I'm not saying life should be hard and tough and you should be poor.
Thank you.
Not that hard. But in terms of effort, yes.
Okay.
So I want to go through a bunch of possibilities.
Okay.
In some cases, we instinctively know that this will be useless unless it's hard.
For example?
Exercise.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Of course.
I mean, you don't go to a gym where the gym is going to tell you, you know what, our weights are 50% lighter.
Okay, yeah.
So, I mean, you know that exercise has to be hard work for it to have any value.
Correct. And for it to have any results.
Correct. Same thing, I mean, if you are learning a musical instrument or something, you know that practice and talim and you have to do hard exercises. That's how you get better, right?
Correct.
In fact, we have an episode called Deliberate Practice where we push this point, right?
Yes.
But there are other cases where we forget this fact or we don't realize what is going on, right?
Okay.
Because if something is easy and we are going for easy, we don't realize that there is a hidden problem there, right?
True.
So if you can get into a college very easily, very likely that's not going to add much value to your resume, right? It's only when the college is hard to get into, that's when it looks good on your resume.
Good point. Good point.
Similarly, if you are making money very easily, very likely it's a scam. There is no make money easy in the world. Okay, it's always hard. Okay. Similarly, there is this great joke of by Groucho Marx saying that I don't want to be a member of any club which will accept me. As in, you want to be in a club where membership is hard. In fact, you just barely got in. That's the ideal club for you to be in, right?
And there is one club that everybody wants to get into, but it is incredibly hard, which is the Tres Comas Club.
Yeah. So, we did an episode called The Dip, where we point out that anything worthwhile in life, worth doing, is going to get hard at some point. Otherwise, if it was not hard, everybody would be doing it.
Correct.
And it wouldn't be worthwhile.
But hold on a second. There are several things in life, situations in life where I haven't had to take effort constantly. Like for example, my relationship with my wife. Very smooth sailing, we rarely have any fights. Or my friends, very smooth sailing, we don't have any fights. Is that not worth it then? Is that worthless, are you saying?
No. So this is a variation, okay? That there are certain situations where if it is easy, that is fine, right? But actually, things could be even better if you put in some effort, right? So long-term relationships, you should put in more effort and you will get returns on that effort.
Probably there are no fights because I put in the effort.
Absolutely. I was just going to get to that, right? One of the questions that gets asked is that, oh, well, some people just have it easy. They don't have to put in effort, right? And there are two reasons for that. One is that often you don't see the effort. They make it look effortless, but it is not effortless. Second is that they don't have to put in the effort now because they put in effort 20 years ago, right?
Both of those are true in case of my wife.
Right. Also possible is that some people are born with some talents, so certain things come easy to them and they're difficult for the rest of the world. Now, that is the ideal situation to be in. That is one of the few cases where actually you can get non-trivial returns from minimal effort, right? You should try to find what areas of life exist in which you are good at it and the rest of the world has to put in effort, right? If you can find that, excellent, go for it. Other areas, put in the effort.
That's your ikigai. You are Eden Hazard. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. But the whole point of life is to make life easy for ourselves, yeah.
Well, the problem here is that there is a difference between short-term easy and long-term easy.
Okay.
Right? The point of life is to have some level of ease throughout, right? Yes. Not make it so easy today that you're screwed tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So I'll give a very different kind of example. Okay. Imagine small children, they're just learning to walk. Okay. Parents have this tendency, I should make it easy for him or her to learn to walk, and they give this walker thing, right?
Yeah.
And now the child is standing in a walker and they can't fall, so they just do like this with their legs and they can go forward and backward.
I call it air swimming.
Air swimming. That's actually quite bad for the kid.
Really?
The kid does not really learn walking very well. They don't learn the balance part of walking. Yeah. More than that, the kid needs to put weight on their legs. That's how their bones in the legs and the muscles get strengthened, right? Yeah. So by making things easy for the children, you are actually making the rest of their life tough, okay? And this generalizes to a lot of parenting, okay? The typical Marwadi mother makes life so easy for her son that it makes the life of that son's wife really difficult later on.
Okay. I want to clarify here. He can speak like that about Marwadi mothers because Naveen is Marwadi. So he's allowed.
But you know what I mean, yeah?
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Yeah. Let's apply this concept to a whole bunch of other places, right?
Okay.
Say in your job. You get a job, you struggle for the first few months. After that, you can do everything easily.
Yeah.
So you just chill and you coast. What's going to happen is that you're not going to get promotions in the same way that someone else who's working hard on learning the next level of skills, learning adjacent skills, you're not going to do as well as that other person.
Yeah, I was about to say that's because the other person went and did brown nosing and whatnot, but then I realized what I think of brown nosing, maybe that person thinks as networking, and we've done an entire episode on networking. So yeah, point taken.
So food, right? Food that is easy to eat is most likely bad for your health, right? Junk food is designed for you to eat it like you want to eat it, right?
Yeah. Inhale it.
Yeah, whereas salads and things with fiber, and I mean, you just get tired of chewing those things, right? But those are the ones that are good for you, right? Yeah. Bollywood makes you think that relationships should be easy. But usually they are not.
They are absolutely not.
I think earlier in the episode, you just claimed your relationship was easy just to make a point, but it is not. Right? You know it, I know it. There are no long-term relationships that are easy.
I am lucky to have a relationship with a person who is understanding and who lets me get away with a lot of things, which makes...
She works hard.
She works hard. She works hard, so I don't have to.
Yeah.
So essentially what I'm getting from this entire conversation is everything that you do in life should require some amount or maybe a lot of effort.
Not really. Okay. You should divide your life into two buckets.
Okay.
One bucket is things that are really, really important to you in the long term.
Okay.
Those should be hard. There you should put in the effort. That's what guarantees that in the long term, they remain good and smooth and all of that.
Okay.
Everything else in life, it is okay for them to be easy. Okay. You might not get the best there, but you decided it's not important. So it's just a matter of convincing yourself that it's fine. I took the easy way. I got less than the best possible returns and I'm okay with that, right? This concept is called satisficing as opposed to maximizing. We have done an episode, check it out.
I was just going to mention that we've done something.
Important principle I have in life is the following. These two buckets, I call it the 97% rule. That there should be roughly 3% of things in life which are in the important bucket. 97% of the things do not matter. Let them go.
Let it go. Let it go. Don't let this one go.
So, to summarize, right? If things are easy, that sets you up for hardships later on. That sets you up for failure later on. Or there is a hidden problem that you're just not seeing and it's going to hit you in the face, right? Certain things should be hard, because if they are not hard, then they are not worth doing.
Correct.
Make sure you understand this in your life, which parts of your life should be hard.
And if you want to figure out how much of that hardship you should take before giving up, then we have an episode called The Dip that you should definitely check out. It doesn't have all the answers, but it has some answers, at least answers enough for you to start thinking about that some more. And while you continue thinking about that some more, get ready for this some more. Shrikant, Naveen, Future IQ.